bringing you a long overdue uh, episode of Fallout 4. I've platinumed the game for I don't know how long now, but I thought that it would be very helpful if I did a video showing people who are on the ropes or who are undecisive of whether or not they want to use mods. For the PS4 right now, I believe that there's just a little over 1,200 mods. They're steadily adding more. But I've probably used maybe, I would say, close to 90% of them. And of that 1,200 plus mods, I've broke it down to my top 5 mods that I like using. And I'll also show you the mods themselves and the mod creators. And a couple other things that I want to point out too regarding the mods, but I think for the most part, if you're looking to try mods for the first time and not sure, let me just put your concerns to rest. Okay, let's start with the mods themselves before we get into, you know, other things. So alright, what you see on the screen here, it's actually more than 5 mods, but these three, the top 3 that you see right here on the screen, these are actually like, I would say these are 1 mod, not 3 as you can see on the screen. But what I mean by that is, like, this mod right here at the top is needed for this mod. You can pretty much say that they're patches, okay? And this mod here needs this mod to function. So this mod needs this mod, or actually I should say this mod needs this mod to function, and this mod needs this one to function. So that's kind of like 1 mod, okay? Mod number 2 is the Pre-War Sanctuary PS4 Edition, okay, which is what you see right here. Okay, so what it does is it aesthetically changes the way Sanctuary looks. Now you guys know how Sanctuary had all the little rubble piles and, you know, debris and dirt and all that stuff on the streets. Well, it doesn't have that anymore. Okay, all the streets in Sanctuary are clean, clutter free. Now, it doesn't change all of the houses in Sanctuary. It does, however, change your house, the house you lived in with your wife and child. Okay, everything else remains the same. They did put picket fences around all of the houses. I'm sure there'll probably be a patched version of this mod that will allow you to change the other houses around yours, because that's just really an eyesore. But to kind of give you an example of how well detailed this mod is, you can see the streets here and you see the street lights. Those street lights are actually part of the mod. I didn't put those there. The power lines I put there. But let's just take a look back here and see how far the modder took producing this mod, which I believe is an absolutely awesome mod. Okay, the lights, the foliage, it goes all the way back here. Okay, and you can see how he even fixed the sign right there. So if anybody has been back to this section after the bombs fell, that sign was pretty much destroyed. All right. And up here is pretty much the same. You know, everything is still topsy-turvy up here. Alright, so nothing new there. What I like about the mod is it actually focuses on the main parts of what you want to see in this mod. The foliage is one, of course. And obviously, you know, this area has been repaired. Okay, so as we come back up this way, I want to take a walk over to the main entrance to Sanctuary. You see, the modder put vehicles in Sanctuary. You know, give it that realistic, livable look. Okay. Now, if you see this right here, this isn't a glitch of the mod. Well, maybe this part is, because it looks overlapped. Yeah, that looks overlapped. But, like, the debris that you see right here, I actually had that guard post right here. And that's another thing that I'm going to get into to tell you guys about. Alright, but let's take a look at this first. Remember how the bridge was severely damaged and you couldn't walk over it but on one side? You guys can see right here that this mod completely fixes the bridge. Okay. And you can see that all the way up to Red Rocket stop, he adds foliage all the way up to that point. Okay, so you can see all the foliage right here, and then you can see in the distance how the foliage just stops. Okay, so it adds it all the way up to this point. So it's a pretty sizable mod, but it gives you, you know, quite a bit of area to make Sanctuary look, you know, more believable, or give you a reason to come back to it. Sorry about that. Accidentally hit my PS button. Alright, so see your Sanctuary sign there. It doesn't look like it has foliage growing all on it. And you can see the God rays that was added in a patch. Give the game more believable weather and daylight, nighttime cycle reality. Okay. I'm just taking you through a back look, or showing you the backdrop. Alright, so what you're seeing right here is the foliage in Sanctuary's backyard. Alright, so the foliage for this mod, it covers the entire Sanctuary area as far as Sanctuary goes. Alright. And then also too, you're able to break down stuff if you want to. Like, there are certain pieces of foliage that you can break down for extra buildable materials. So that was pretty cool of the modder to do that. I want to give a shout out to a really good friend of mine who actually mentioned these mods to me, who told me about these mods, and is also a YouTube streamer like myself. He goes by the name of Dark Evil God 21. And you could find his channel. I'm not sure if he's doing modded videos or not, but I said I just had to do them because these were some awesome mods to use.
Come on. Who's there?
Whoa, what the hell? That was Scavenger in my community? Really? And got dropped. Wow. Okay. Thanks for messing up my video. Really? You really came in my community and tried to start some stuff? Wow. That is one big That is one big hole. Jeez. Hate to see the bullet that made that. Anyway, sorry about that. Alright, so you guys can see from looking at the mod that it gives you some pretty cool aesthetics. And as far as your house goes, here's what I would recommend. If anybody likes to make their residence or make sanctuary their primary place, here's what I recommend you may want to do before you install the mod. Like, if you remember how this house looks before the mod is installed, I put the pieces of wall wood on the windows to keep looky-loos out. You may want to take that stuff down, because what happens is the mod actually fits over that stuff and it looks really, really ugly. Like, I had a chair that sat right here and they just put this couch over that chair and it just looked really ugly. Like you can see right here, you can see that wood wall panel on the outside of the window. Now, I'm not gonna mess with that, because if I decide to remove this mod, I'm gonna have to replace that, and that was pretty hard to put up. Okay, but you can see, looking at the mod, that it pretty much takes the house and puts it back like it used to be. Alright. So the mod is pretty well detailed to the point of, walking out and seeing all the houses that weren't put back together. Okay, and there's the Vault Tech guys bus. But for the most part, pretty much everything is still the same. Okay, that wasn't there before. That is my bobblehead collection. Alright, I just put that there for looks. Seriously, Ada? Come on now. Alrighty. So that is the biggest mod of them all so far. Alright. Is this another break in the road? Yes. Yeah. See, that's when you notice the mod right there, where it has the little break in the road. But that's really very minute compared to, how awesome the mod looks itself. At night it looks pretty cool when the lights go on. But this is the pre-war sanctuary mod. So let's take a look at the other mods. Depending on how many mods you have, it may take a second to load up. So that's the pre-war sanctuary PS4 Edition mod. Okay. I'm going to show you the Pip-Boy one. These right here, you can't visually see these, but what these do is they allow you to alter your armor and weapons. This one allows you to change, your player appearance, gear functionality, allows you to craft, hard to obtain items, stuff like that. Let's see, the turret grenade, I really want to show that one. The ion fusion grenades, yeah, you really want to be careful with that. That's like a nuke grenade to the 10th power. And then last but not least is the Crimsomriders unique furniture, which I'll show you guys that one as well too. Alright, so let's start with the ion fusion grenades. Those are actually pretty awesome. Alright, so let's go find a place outside of Sanctuary. Yeah, it's matter of fact, let me equip them just to be on the safe side. Let's see, where is... Oh, here it is. Okay. So we want to go outside of the city to try this because these things are lethal. You do not want to be anywhere near them. Alright. And when you throw these grenades, did I just see somebody shooting? Yeah, I did. What's going on over here? Protectron Devil? Okay. Alright, so here's a good opportunity. As soon as you throw it, you might want to back up. And you see that? And there's the atomic explosion. Yeah, I think I might have moved back too far too fast, but there's also a mushroom cloud that goes along with that. Yeah, you can see the... Am I standing in it? See the glare from the grenade on that water filtration tower there? Yeah, I think I killed that... Good thing it doesn't cause radiation damage. Yeah, I did kill that robot. Protectron Devil. Jeez, never seen that before. Alright. So anyway, that's the ion fusion grenade. You definitely want to toss that away from yourself. It doesn't do the physical damage that you would expect it to do. It's just more of a visual damage rating than anything. It probably has the same effect as a normal frag grenade. So, you know, I wouldn't be too concerned about, you know, replacing all your grenades with that. Excuse me 1 second. I just gotta blow my nose. Alright. So let's show you the other grenades here. Okay. The missile gunship grenade. The missile gunship grenade. Let's show you how this works. Okay, so what it does is it throws out a miniature gunship. I'll show you that right now. Alright, you see that? Now it's not doing anything because I'm not being attacked or I'm not under fire. But if I was, I would throw one of these little guys out. Thank you, Ada, for standing right on top of it. How nice of you. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, so you throw this out, right? And it, you know, winds up its blades and it takes off and it flies towards your target or whatever you're firing at, or is fired at you, and it just start launching missiles at them. Something that I don't even think the actual vertibird has. But anyway, it takes off. It's like a fire and forget grenade. It takes off and it flies towards your target and it just starts humming missiles at them. It's pretty much that simple. Alright, and that's part of the turret grenades. We also have missile turret grenades, which means you can throw out this turret and it's exactly what it describes. A missile turret. Doesn't require power or anything. Now the thing with these type of mods and the vertibird that I just threw out up there, these mods only last for 60 seconds or until they're destroyed. Okay? Now, with the vertibird and the other mod that I'm going to show you, you'd want to be careful, because if they get destroyed, they actually explode with an atomic blast. even these right here. So I don't understand why it was made like that, but okay, I get it. But if it's destroyed, it will make an atomic blast, so you may not want to be near it when it gets destroyed. Alright. Okay, and you have the Tesla turrets, which basically is what they describe. It's a turret that shoots out electrical current. Alright. Turret relay grenade, exactly what it describes. But here is the jewel of the grenades here. Okay. This will be your own personal mini-me army. Okay. Wait for it. Here he comes. Hey, little guy. How are you? You don't like to be called little guy? How are you, little man? And if you want to see how he looks, that's how he looks standing next to you. Yeah, that's your T60 synth grenade. Yep. Now, don't let the size fool you. This little guy can pack a wallop. And the cool thing about these grenades, or the mod that uses these grenades, is that you can chunk as many of them as you can make. And there's no limit to how many you can throw out. It's not like if you throw, say, 5 or 6, you know, after you throw that 7th one, you know, the first one disappears. They literally stay active for 60 seconds, or again, unless they're destroyed. But yeah, you can see it just disappeared right there. But in the heat of a battle, or say you're pinned down or something, you chunk a couple of these towards the enemies, and you know they can either keep the enemy occupied while you retreat, or while you come up with a different game plan. But you know, if you've platinumed the game, or you know you haven't platinumed the game, but you've played the game enough, and you know you don't see no purpose in going back and revisiting the game, these mods that I'm showing you right here, these mods actually give you a reason to play the game. And we're just waiting for it to load up. The more mods you add to your game, the longer the load time will be. Okay, so the grenades that showed the little mini T60 soldier, there's also another great grenade called the assault bot. I'll show you that one too. But it's under the title of turret grenades, parentheses PS4. Now, if you look in the upper right corner of my screen, or your screen, you'll see where it says free space 897.3 or 30 megabytes. Sony has allowed us to have a total of 900 megabytes, which is just 100 shy of 1 gig. Again, if you're just starting out, not sure if you want to use mods, not sure if it's something you know you want to get into, if you're watching this or you happen to watch it, just know that of the 1,200 plus mods that they have for the PS4 for Fallout, I would probably say that I've tried close to 90% at this point. So the mods that I'm showing you are the mods that are very user friendly to your system as well as your game save data. Just be mindful of that upper right corner space. Majority of these mods that you see here are kilobyte mods, but if you look at the second to the top mod, that's probably the biggest one, at 1.51 megabytes. But majority of them are kilobytes, so if you think about how much space is in 1 megabyte, you can pretty much put a whole list of mods on your save file without any effect to your system or your save file at all. And if you look at the right side of the screen, it shows you a description of the mod and what it does. Okay. If you're gonna go on Bethesda.net and make you an account so that you can download the mods, I highly recommend that you look at the different versions of the mod. If there's more than one version of the mod, that means that the modder who created it has went back to that mod and made updates, made changes. I try to stay away from the mods that are first versions, because it's kind of like they're still in beta form, even though it doesn't say beta. But because they're first versions, you kind of want to give it time to grow, and let people experience it and play with it, and then make necessary comments to the modder to make adjustments. I've tried a few first version mods, and I would rather stay away from first version mods just because there were some issues with my game crashing or freezing up. So I just want to make sure that I point that out about that. Now, not all first versions, are, still works in progress. If you look at the modder in particularly, they have some modders have first versions of mods, but I work with those first versions of mods because the modder themselves has a history of making really good first version mods, and they have a history of making really good mods that does not affect your game save file or does not affect your gameplay whatsoever. So, in giving respect to the modders who create these mods that we all play and use, or those of us that use mods, if you look in the right side of the of your screen and you see where it says description, it says by Andrew CX. Now, he's not paying me to say this. I'm not getting any credit for saying this. I'm just giving props to the modder that created these mods, and to let everybody else know that this is one of the top modders for the PS4. And if you're interested in using mods, you want to get out of that shell of being afraid to use mods and afraid that it would mess up your system, try these mods out by Andrew CX. He's one of the top modders for PS4s, and he has almost, I believe, 160 mods. And I've tried, I would say about 60% of his mods so far, and I like all of them. The only reason why I don't have more mods by him is because there's other mods that I like, and I don't want to have too many on my system at one time. So these are my top 5. Okay, so like I said before earlier in the video, these 3 here, they all coincide with each other, so I don't view them as separate mods. Alright, sorry about that. Got a phone call, didn't want to be rude. So anyway, these top 3 mods right here, just to round everything down. This top one here, armor and weapon keywords community. Okay, this one is required if you're going to use the second one here. This second one, if you look at the description right here where it says overview, it tells you exactly what this mod is used for. Now, we've all wanted to change our Pip-Boy from the vomit-inducing beige or brown, whatever that color is. So this mod here, the UCO Pip-Boy color swap, this allows you to change the color of your Pip-Boy as well as the collar of your Pip-Boy. I'll show you guys that too. Alright, so these 3 are needed to be able to function. So I consider this to be like one mod. This would be 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So these are my top 5 mods. Okay? So just so that it's not confusing, this mod here has to be used with this top mod here. So in other words, this top mod would be considered like a patch for this one. And then this one here has to coincide with this one. So this one, in order for it to work, has to have this one, which is pretty much like a patch for it. So since they all need each other, I view those as just, you know, one mod, but they are individual, and you can see what mods those are. Alright, and this one is also by Andrew CX. Now, I'm not trying to get paid off of this video. I'm just a gamer, just sharing my love of games and sharing my love of the mods that I'm using. So, you know, if somebody happened to point this out to Andrew CX, just know, dude, I'm not trying to get paid off the video. I just want to give you props for these awesome mods that you've created. Alright, so I've shown the turret grenades. I've shown the ion fusion grenades. I'm going to show you the Crimsomriders unique furniture. That one, and last but not least, I'm going to go back to the turret grenades and show you the assault bots, which are really cool, you know, if you are still playing a game or you started over and you want some really cool grenades and stuff like that. So let's go in here, and I'm going to show you my, where is it? Did I even make any? I guess I didn't. Nope, I didn't make any. Okay, so anyway, the T60 grenade that I showed you. Okay, the T60 grenade, the Assaultron grenade is pretty much the same thing. It's an Assaultron bot, you know, without the legs, but it has two miniguns on both arms, and it does the same thing as this guy right here. Okay, he's not in attack mode because I'm not being attacked or I'm not in a firefight. But should I be, you could toss him out and he pretty much just goes towards the enemies and just start lighting them up with his minigun there. Alright, so let's show you this. If you guys can see it, if you can see my Pip-Boy, you notice it's a different color. And if you could see on the bottom part of my arm, that's the Brotherhood of Steel symbol. Okay. It looks visually better from this point. That's why I'm showing it to you like this, and I'll show it to you close up. Okay, well, I'm in the dark. Let's see if I can find some light. There we go. And you could see from this point what it looks like. Okay, you could somewhat make out the symbol to the right side of the screen, but you can see that I've altered the actual look of the Pip-Boy, and that is very easy to do. Now, it does require, you know, a little leg work, and what I mean by that is you have to be standing next to an armor mod. I'm sorry, not an armor mod, an armor station. Make sure I say that correctly. An armor smith. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do here. I have a buttload of power armor suits. I'm just fixing them up and putting them in different communities. Alright, here we go. So what you want to do here, you'd want to go like you're gonna craft something once you install the Pip-Boy mod. And you want to go into your inventory, because it's going to be, once the mod is installed, it's going to be in your inventory as if it was a weapon or something. And here's the Pip-Boy, my Pip-Boy, right here. And you basically just hit X, alright? And you go to the primary color, and you can see from here there is a ton that you can give it. Okay, Nuka-Cola, Minuteman, Institute. I mean, there's just a ton. You could change the primary color of the Pip-Boy as well as the collar, meaning the rim around the Pip-Boy. I'm just showing you guys like all the different colors that they have. Same thing with the cuff. You can have the cuff the same color as the rest of the Pip-Boy, or you can make the cuff a different color. Now, just to give you an example of what the cuff is, and I don't mean to make it sound like, you know, people are not smart. What in the hell? What is this? Are you serious? Okay, this is not part of the mod, just to let you guys know. I have absolutely no idea what this is all about. June Long, really? Alrighty. Yeah, again, this is not part of the mod, so don't be afraid. I have no idea why they're all dead right here. They weren't there before, and you guys saw that. So, yeah. Anyway, getting back to the Pip-Boy. Well, you can't see it from that point, so let me show you from this point. So the cuff would be where you see the symbol on my wrist, right at the buckle part, just below the buckle part. You can't see it now, but that would be the cuff, and then the primary part would be the part that you see when you bring up your Pip-Boy and it shows on your screen. So the cuff is that part that fits over your wrist. Alright, that's the part you could change from a different color than the rest of the Pip-Boy, if you so choose so. Alright. Okay. So, just to recap, let's go back into the mods here. I'm probably going to do other videos showing some other cool mods, but I would highly recommend that if you plan on using mods, I would say platinum the game first, because any mods that you install will disable your trophies, and if you're hell-bent on trying to complete the game, I would wait to install mods. If you have, however, completed it but wasn't sure if you were ready to use mods, have no fear that these mods that I'm showing you here, these are the top 5 mods that I've been using for quite some time, and they're really good. They don't cause any issues with your save file, no corruption, doesn't cause the system to freeze up, and some of the mods have the name of the modder, like these two here. This is by a different modder, but I will get the names of those modders for the ones that do not show, or I will put that in the description box. Alright, so this is the last one that I'm going to show you, but just know that when you install a mod, it gives you a description of what that mod is. So after you install it, you don't have to worry about like going out of your game and going to Bethesda.net to see, you know, what that mod does. It gives you a brief description, gives you all the information that you would see on Bethesda.net. Alright, so I'm probably going to do another top 5 video. If you guys like this video, definitely like it. I would appreciate it. Again, I'm not doing this for payment or fame. I'm just a gamer, just sharing my love of games. So if you like the video, definitely like it. If you want to see more like that, you know, subscribe to my channel and I'll be happy to do more. I'm gonna do more videos, but I'm not just doing videos about showing which mods are good, which mods are bad. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just picking, you know, the best mods that people don't have to worry about affecting their save file or affecting their gameplay, anything like that. There has been some that have affected my file or gameplay, and I don't use those. I don't badmouth them either. So I used a lot of mods, and the ones that I'm describing here are the best mods so far. The ones that I have not had issues with, and I've had at least 50 hours with each mod. There is one thing I do want to point out though that you may want to be very careful about. Some mods will actually clash with other mods. Okay. To give you an example, if you were to say use another mod that gives you different types of Pip-Boy colors, it may cancel this mod out, or it may uninstall or unenable that mod for the other one. So just be cautious of that. Don't think that the mod has disappeared or has been deleted. It just means that if you use 2 mods of the same type, one will cancel the other one out. So you won't be able to use both mods at the same time. Like, perfect example here, these turret grenades and the ion fusion grenades both have to be made at the chem station. But even though they're both grenades and they have to be made at the chem station, they're in different sections. Like the turret grenades are in the turret section, and the ion fusion grenades are in a completely different section. So they don't actually class with each other because they're not in the same section or category. All right. And the last of the top 5 mods that I wanted to show was the furniture one. This one actually adds some really cool stuff to your places that you have set up. Just to give you an example, let's go into the workbench. Alright, and where you want to find the items for that last mod that I just showed you is right here. You can see right here, here's the bed that your son passed away in, and I don't know why anybody would want that. Church lecture stand, I don't know why anybody would want that. And if this looks familiar to anyone, this is the console that was, I believe, at the memory den. This is a bed that you can actually sleep in, and it gives you a description right at the top there for each item. And obviously this is an iBot pod, and if some are not familiar with this, basically what this thing does, it creates an iBot, and you go into the terminal right there, and you tell that iBot which resource to look for, and then what that iBot does is it goes out, it finds the location of that resource you're looking for, and you have to basically go and get that resource. It will not bring the resource back to you. Okay? And then you have some other items here. This one is a really cool item. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but this is from the Institute, and this is basically an electronic map. Let's see, and this is the terminal from the memory lounge, as well as this device right here. I'm sure you guys remember what this was for when you went into Kellogg's brain. Alright, and I have no idea what this weird looking thing is, but it looks painful. Let's show you what it is. Yeah, I would not want that thing. I would not want to be sitting on that thing. I have absolutely, regenerative healing station. Sorry, I'm saying that too fast. Okay, well, I definitely wouldn't want that poking me in the back. Alright, and then you have your robot workstation, which apparently won't let me make because I don't have any oil. Alright, and there's your stereo, and the flag here. Now this flag has a glitch. Okay, you can see the flag, the stars and stripes and all that good stuff, but when you flip the flag, it disappears. That's a glitch of the flag. That's something that the modder said could not be fixed, but that's the only item in that mod that has any kind of issues, and it does not affect your gameplay. Alright, okay, so those are the top 5 mods that I use on a regular basis. And I will give the names in the description box once my video loads. The description, or not description, but the modders' names will be up for those particular mods that I'm using. So if anybody is interested in using those mods, you can just go on Bethesda.net. If you haven't already done it, just go on Bethesda.net, create you an account. It's free. And you can just type in the name of the mods and they'll come up. The top mods are always at the front of the page, and there's a lot of categories for you to search for the mod, but to make it easy for you, just type in the name of the grenade, or type in the name of the mods that you see right here, and they'll easily come up. If it's a top modder, usually his mods will be at the front of the page. Alright, but you don't really need the name of the modder to find these mods because they are unique, but I will put the name of the modders anyway just to give them credit for the awesome mods that was created. So again guys, thanks to anyone for stopping by and checking out my video, and if you found it to be very helpful, please like the video for me. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely subscribe, because I do this strictly for fun, and I will post more mod videos showing you which cool mods are out there. So thanks again guys, I do appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by and check it out. You guys have a good one now, and game on.